Hello, my name is Ryan, and today I'm going to answer the question of what is Cubic Castles. Cubic Castles is a free-to-play crafting MMO that is now available on Steam. With it being an MMO, an internet connection is required, which is fine. You know, obviously it's an MMO, internet is required. However, if the servers are not working, you can't play the game. And I tried to join the servers 3 times. Now I don't know if the servers were down or if I just couldn't connect, but I tried 3 times over the course of a few hours and I could not get in. I read online some people were saying the servers are busy. I'm not really sure. I was disappointed by this. However, it worked the next day, so I have had to go on the game. As soon as I started playing the game, the first thing I thought was, my god, this is Minecraft meets Fez. The little guy that you play as in Cubic Castles looks very similar to the person you play as in Fez. And, of course, the square art style, the voxel look, is often associated with Minecraft as that is the most popular game that uses that art style. So, I actually really like the game's graphics. I think the art style is quite cute, and, you know, I like it. If Minecraft looked like Cubic Castles, I think that would look a lot nicer. But yeah, it looks very nice for what it is. So with the graphics covered, I guess the next question is, what is the gameplay like? Well, the game is a crafting builder, where you go and you build and you craft items to help you build. The game is similar to Minecraft again. However, there are no monsters in this game. It is a simple resource gathering game, and then you use that to build your house and build your castle up, and then, you know, build up your land. To gather resources, all you have to do is simply go to a public mine and pull up the blocks. When you pull up blocks, you can pull up sand, stone, mud. Basically anything you come across can be pulled up, and occasionally you will drop I think they're called cubic coins, at least little gold squares, which are the game's currency. Sort of how they do their microtransactions, but we'll get onto that later. To create a castle, it's actually really awkward. You have to go and find a plot of land, which has not been used by another player. And it actually took me ages to find a piece of land that was free. I had to run quite some distance from where I originally spawned in the world. It wasn't too much of a problem. I got my castle done. As for the building, I didn't really get along with it. It's not that the building's bad. It's simply that I wasn't good at it. And to say that I wasn't good at it is a bit of an understatement, because I could not work out the crafting. Because as I said, this is a crafting game. There's crafting elements in the game, and it's a bit bad because none of it is explained to you or told to you. So I never learned how to craft anything. I tried going online to work it out, but I didn't understand. So I gave up on the crafting and just tried building my house. Neither of that went very well. I was not a very good builder. So, but it is fun. The gameplay is there, and I'm sure that if I tried a bit harder and I went back to the game and I tried to learn it a bit more, I would be able to understand the crafting. The crafting is very similar to Minecraft. You get so many items, and you need like 1 stick, 2 pieces of coal or whatever, or 2 pieces of iron, and then you can make, say, a saw, I think it is. But it is there. I just didn't really try hard enough at it, and it wasn't enough to keep me entertained from what I did see did not entertain me. Now, as I said before, this is a free-to-play game, and with most free-to-play games, there's microtransactions, and that's not a problem at all. As I briefly mentioned earlier, you can get cubic coins. Now, I'm not sure if that's actually the name, but that's what I'm going to call them. And these can either be bought with real-world money, or you can find them just by digging or breaking objects in the game. The problem with that is that in the store, everything is so expensive that you have to play for a very long time before you can actually afford anything. And, you know, that's not a problem, because the clothes are purely cosmetic. You know, they don't add anything to the gameplay. It's just if you want to make your character look better, you can buy some cubic coins, and you're all set. And you can buy some clothes or whatever. And I don't actually know what the price is. I probably should check that. If I remember to, I'll check, and then I'll sort of put a little bit in here now. So I looked at the pricing of it, and it's not really that bad. It's only 99 cents for 1,000 qubits, and each piece of clothing is only about 250, so that's a pretty decent price if you ask me. You can get an entirely new plot of land for 2,500, so that's 25 cents. That's $2.50, which is about £1.50. So you know, not really that bad considering what it is. So yeah, not that bad pricing. The qubit coins I'm okay with that, because some people would like to just build and don't want to bother going and collecting all the resources, so they can buy the qubit coins, they can do that, and this free-to-play game can stay up and continue being free, which I'm fine with. You know, that's a good thing. It's free, and people who want to pay can pay. There's no pay to win, because it's not a versus game. It's purely building and maybe some puzzle parkour. Depends what the creator of the level wants it to be. So in this game, your character has 3 hearts. If you know, standard game, lose your 3 hearts, you're dead. But when you die, you get sent back to the beginning, which is fairly decent, I suppose. In this game, the hearts don't really serve a purpose unless you're playing somebody else's level and they've specifically made it so you can take damage. The only way you can take damage, the only 2 ways I found, are if you go into lava or if you stand on spikes. And these are items that are usually used in like parkour levels or puzzle levels, and you know that's fine. It makes the game better. I think it does anyway, because you know it adds some challenge to the game. You know, if you die, you're sent back to the beginning, and some people would want to send people back to the beginning. So 3 hearts is a good way of doing it. So, as I mentioned, there are community levels in this game, and you can go in them freely, and, you know, some people decide to lock off their worlds, which is fine, you know, you can understand why. And some are actually really good. Like, as I said, some people build, like, parkour levels or puzzle levels, and some are actually quite good. I played one, and I couldn't actually do the level. But it was very fun, and the guy definitely put a lot of effort into it, and I would recommend it. It should be on the screen now. If I remember, it will be on screen and the name will be on screen. But the level was pretty decent. I couldn't actually do it. I'm not that good at parkouring games, but yeah, some levels are really good, and some are just bad. And some are just like houses. You know, it's hard to find the ones that are like specifically built for certain things. You know, not that that's a problem, because you can just go in any other world. And some people even put tip jars in there, so you can give them qubit coins, which I think is a good idea. You can give them a tip and give them some in-game currency, which is I think is a nice little gesture. With your levels, you can also name them to something like anything that you want. Like I could call my world like Adventure World or Caboose World or whatever, and then a lot of worlds have like just called like so and so's realm. Not that that's a problem, but there is one. I came across one which is just sticking with me right now, and please God, please say I find it in the videos, because I recorded a lot of gameplay for this for some reason. But there was one level which stuck with me the most, which just shows to me these games aren't regulated. So enjoy. So for a final thought on this game, I will personally not play this game anymore. It's not that it's a bad game, I just think that I'm slightly too old for it. If I was maybe a bit younger, I'd probably enjoy it a hell of a lot more than I do now. I would not recommend this to somebody my age, but maybe somebody a couple years younger than me, I would say, yes, go play this game. You'll find it entertaining. It's a good way. It falls in the same sort of category as Club Penguin and, say, Habbo Hotel. It's the kind of game where young teens would play, and maybe, like, late children. I personally wouldn't want to play this anymore. Somebody else might. So with all that said, thanks for watching, and maybe if this interests you, go check out the game, it's free. So something fairly big I forgot to mention is that this game is also available on iOS, which is, yeah, again, quite important. So I haven't played the iOS version, I just thought I'd mention that. I played the PC version. The iOS version is also free, so yeah.